I don't know if you're as excited as I am about this new swim program. I know there's a lot of questions that you have, so I am here today to answer any questions you might have, hopefully before you have to even ask me. So, you know the new swim program is going to start January 9th with the new session, and registration starts November 21st. So hopefully you will get all the information that you need in this video today. So, as you know, we're saying bye-bye to the old fish names, and if I could explain the new program as simply as possible, I will use the stage descriptions document to help me explain it. So what we have here is the first group, which is swim starters. This is essentially our parent-child group, and as you can imagine, in swim starters, they're going to be starting out and learning some very, very, very basic things. In the swim starters group, we have stages A and B. After swim starters, we have swim basics, and they will be learning swim basics, basic stuff. We have in this level, or this stage, this program, this category, stages 1, 2, and 3. And this basics level or category is available to all ages 3 and up. So we will be offering classes for preschool, youth, teen, and adult in this swim basics category, as well as we will have one class for a parent-child combo for stage 1, which is water acclimation. And those will help all of those 2-year-olds who keep wanting to be, remember, in the Pike level, but they weren't old enough. So this swim basics water acclimation stage 1 level, we will be offering one for those 2-year-olds who have successfully completed stage A and B. So once they have successfully mastered these swim basics, then we move on to swim strokes, where they will be learning strokes. This is where we have stages 4, 5, and 6, and this will be offered to ages 6 and up. So hopefully that is helpful, and if you need to study this sheet, it is called the stage descriptions. On the other side of the stage description is our lesson selector. And so at the top of the lesson selector, it gives you the age groups that we're registering for, which are essentially the same as they were before the change. And if people have questions about what stage they should register for, then we have this lovely question tree, maybe, or flow chart, as you would call it, for all of the levels. So basically, if the answer is no, then they're in the level that's directly across from that sentence, that question. And if it's yes, then they move to the next one until they get to a no, and then that's where they stay. So on this lesson selector, there are some distances. Some people may not be 100% sure how far is 5 yards, how far is 10 yards. So we have created this chart for you to be able to help people see. So this is the lap pool, and these are the flags that go across the each end of the pool, and here you can see the hash marks for 5, 10, 15, and 25 yards. So if they're not sure, you can use the chart. If they're still not sure, then you should recommend that they attend a swim assessment. We have 30 swim assessments scheduled between the start of Winter 1 registration and the start of Winter 1 registration. So hopefully they would be able to find a day and time that works for them. So we have this handy dandy sheet for you. This is on the back side of that pool diagram. And this has all the dates and times for the swim assessments, as well as information such as there's no appointment necessary. They just drop in. Assessments will take 5 to 10 minutes depending on the skill level. And also that after they get past the desk, they're going to go to the locker room, change into their swimsuit, and then meet at the pool office on the pool deck. And then a staff member will be waiting for them to do the assessment. So if for some reason they can't make any of these 30 times or days, please put them in contact with myself or Courtney, and we will do whatever we can to make sure that we get them into the proper level, even if it means we schedule a one-on-one assessment with them. When it comes to the swim starters and swim basics, those are pretty simple to be able to place them into the proper level. But when it comes to swim strokes, we would love to just clear up any uncertainty and do an assessment with them. So you may be asking, is there a conversion from the fish levels into the new program? And the answer is no, there's not a cookie cutter conversion. We want to do an assessment for as many kids as possible so that come January when the session starts, we don't have to move kids around because they don't have the skills or the prerequisite skills needed to be in those certain levels. So when in doubt, come to an assessment. Okay. A tip in ThinSoft when you're registering for kids, they are going to have the full name that's on this stage description. But it's going to be listed alphabetically by the age category first. So for example, parent-child, preschool, youth, teen, and adult, those were terms we've been using. They're going to be listed alphabetically by that first, and then it will say swim starters, A, water discovery. Swim starters, it'll actually say parent-child, swim starters, A, water discovery. And then you look for the date and the time, and that's the class that you know to register them for. So hopefully that is also helpful. Back to assessments, the students who are currently enrolled in the fall session are going to be assessed by their instructors, and they'll receive a document stating which level they should register for the winter session. So those students should be easy to register because they should know. And we will be passing out those recommendations starting tonight, starting on Thursday, November 17th. And let's see, when the kids do the swim assessments, of the 30 free ones that we're offering, the instructors are going to write down the recommended level so that they actually have it in writing as opposed to having to remember what they were suggested for. So the last bit of information that you will have as a reference are these skill diagrams. It's the best way I can describe it. This is similar to what the parents are going to be getting on day one of the swim lessons that just basically show a picture of the skills that they're going to be accomplishing and their levels. So there's going to be one for the parent-child skills, one for the swim basics, there we go, and one for the swim strokes. So if you have any other questions outside of anything in this video, please feel free to call myself or Courtney. Our extension is my extension is 216, hers is 262, and all of these documents that I've shown you will be available at the front desk. Julene will either put them in, well, she'll tell you where they're at. And they will also be available on the swim lesson webpage on our website as soon as Karen is able to get them up. So I'm crossing my fingers for November 21st, if not the 18th. And that is all I have for you for now. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your hard work and for your patience as we work through this transition.